Hey guys, welcome to another makeup and chat. So I already did my lotion, my sunscreen, and I put in my contacts, so I'm starting with base makeup. I actually rewatched one of my old videos last night or two nights ago, and I realized that these drugstore Maybelline Fit Me concealers look better on my skin than this expensive $50 Too Faced Born This Way concealer. So that's a bit of a loss, but anyways, we're gonna go in with these concealers today. The reason why I stopped using them is because I thought that this shade 15 was too orange and too yellow for my skin, which was true, but I always thought it was a better match than the Born This Way Too Faced concealer. I don't know. I guess the grass always looks greener on the other side, right? So I'm switching back to this today to see if it looks good, and hopefully it doesn't break me out because this is old, like it's almost empty. Okay, so it's my winter shade right now, and it's looking a little too dark, too orange. So usually I got this shade 10, and I usually mix it in a little bit so it gives a better match. Ooh, too much. Okay, I'm gonna take that piece and mix it around. I think I'm gonna use my fingers because I think the brush has been breaking me out. That is way too light, way too light. So I used to work on site during the summer, and that's why my shade was darker and it matched better. But I think even in the winter, my winter shade right now matches this concealer better than the old one, the new one, that Born This Way Too Faced $60, I think, after tax concealer. Put a hole in my wallet for no reason. Everyone told me not to do it and I still did it. I don't know why. I guess that's just a lesson of life, isn't it? You have to learn it the hard way sometimes. And I definitely learned it the hard way. Look how good this blends. You know what? I'm gonna stick with my drugstore brands. Sephora is low-key a scam sometimes. See how amazing this looks? It doesn't look cakey at all. I think the reason why I like it is because I use it kind of like a foundation rather than a concealer. It's like medium coverage, medium light coverage. So I'm able to just like spread it really easily with my fingers. And fingers is like my favorite tool to use during makeup application. That does not sound dirty, unless you have a dirty mind. But yeah, it just looks great. And I'm doing BB cream. So where am I going today? I'm going, I don't know what I would call it. I think I would call it a hangout, like a friend hangout, but it's sort of like a date, I would say. Like I'm going out with somebody that I used to date a long time ago, sort of date, like see, and it just never panned out or worked out because I ended up seeing somebody else, and then I ended up in a committed relationship. So I didn't end up keeping in contact with them anymore, but then we reconnected, and I guess today we're going out just to catch up and hang out, which we haven't for the last few years. And I guess that's a nice little way to describe it. It's not really a date, but it is like two people reconnecting after a long time and just chatting and getting to know each other again. So I don't know, I already put it out there that I'm not dating right now. I can't really put myself through that right now. I'm not interested. Valentine's Day just passed, so I'm definitely staying away from the dating game. I've deleted all dating apps just because I know what the season of desperation is gonna pass, and like I can actually date normally and not have people be desperate for like a Valentine's, you know, like how after Valentine's Day everyone gets kind of like lonely and depressed and they realize I don't want to be single next year, because that was kind of depressing. That was a little bit like maybe I should be dating somebody now because I'm getting older and whatever. Those are the kind of thoughts that people have around Valentine's Day, which is why I made sure to stay off them apps, because not trying to meet somebody who's desperate or like just on the prowl for anybody and anything to be with them. And it's also like nearing the end of cuffing season because the weather is getting warmer, so you know, people are less inclined to be desperate and look for somebody because it's cold and they're lonely and they can't go out and they're depressed and they want someone to cuddle with. You know, that's not gonna be me. I refuse. Well, another thing is in the summer, like everybody's so busy that they don't even care to date, and everything is so well. The sun is out until 9 p.m. Everybody's going out, doing their thing, having fun. I feel like overall, that's like the best time to meet people too. Like you're just out and about doing things that you would normally do, and you might meet someone in the wild, and that's ideal. The dating apps are foul, guys. They are foul. I hate it. I fucking hate it out there. And this is the longest I've been off of them and felt no urge at all whatsoever to go back on. And I feel like that's a turning point for me. Like, I don't know what it is. It might not, I mean, it's definitely somewhat of a good thing because it takes up your time and eats away at your life and self-esteem and just holds you back, really. Blush time. I wanted to say that getting off the dating apps has actually really grounded me and made me more engaged in my real life and more confident and more open and willing to meet people in my day-to-day, not always romantically, but just in general. Like, I feel like I used to close myself off a lot because I had this backup like way of connecting with people, and that I needed to save my energy for my social battery, which you could argue you don't need to do that for dating apps, but for me it's like it takes quite, like, I actually put thought into the conversations I make and what I say and how I present myself, but I could just focus all of that on my real life. And I realized that dating apps were like sucking the energy out of me, and it's like a second job after work. It was fucking horrible. Like, not only that, but like it just it impacts your day and mood way too much. Like, did this guy respond to me? Why isn't he responding to me? I don't feel like responding to him, and then the conversation dies, and it's just a whole waste of time. And like, what is even the point of a dating app? Like, it's so superficial. People don't even, they are liking you based on 3 things that you wrote on your profile and like your face and your body maybe, and that's just crap. Like, I get it, obviously. I was once one of those people that loved to use it and like needed that for my validation, and like now I'm so comfortable just not doing that, and it doesn't like it doesn't affect my, it actually improves my mood to not be on there, because I know that I don't need them. Like, there's nothing good out there on there anyways. Everyone that's on there is just has their own secret little ulterior motive that they don't want to tell you, even though, like, for example, on Hinge you can write your motives, like, I'm looking for a hookup, I'm looking for whatever, but nobody wants to be honest. They just want to see what they can get out of it, because guys don't get as many options and matches as girls do. And for girls, like, if you know what you want, it doesn't matter, because these guys won't be honest most of the time, especially since they're interested in like such superficial things, like just talking to me for like 2 messages and looking at my face. He decided that I'm somehow like wifey material. I'm somehow like gonna be your future wife. Yeah, right. I wouldn't be able to tell that even if we were dating for 2 years, apparently, based on my past relationship. I wouldn't even be able to figure out if you're the one for me after 2 years of constant getting to know each other. So how are you gonna sit here and tell me that you think I'm gonna be your wife after 2 messages and 1 picture. Make it make sense, boys. I don't get it. It's so frustrating because then I immediately feel thrown off, like I shouldn't trust you. If you're saying this to me, you're saying this to like 30 other girls that you just texted. It is wild. And another thing is that I feel like I'm just not healed enough internally, and I don't love myself fully enough to be able to just like not care at all about the outcomes of this of the apps. Like I feel like when I'm not succeeding, like it's somehow my fault, which okay, I get it's not, right? It's all chance and luck and whatever, but that's really just how it makes you feel at the end of the day. You're like, wow, I'm such a catch, but none of these guys are catching, you know, like they're not good enough for me, first of all, and I had to settle for like the least worst on the app. And then that makes me feel like, wow, like life has nothing to offer really. Like if this is the cesspool that I am having to pick out of, do I really want to pick it all is the question. I'm sure every girl has had this same cycle of thoughts and experiences with dating apps, but let's see how long I stay off of them. So far it's been like, I would say I think a month, over a month, and it's been enlightening, very enlightening. The reason why I hate dating apps so much is because I personally know that I have so much to offer. I'm so funny, I'm pretty, I have a great career going for me, I'm focused on my life, I have hobbies, I have great friends, I have a good family, I have come from a good background, and I just like, I hate to be a pessimist, but I don't think many people can match up to my level, and I don't meet people that match up to my level. So why should I lower my standards just so I can be with somebody? No, I'm not doing that anymore. Honestly, like if somebody isn't gonna add value to my life and make it better, and they're just gonna drag me down with their issues, whatever, their life issues, their life story, their, I don't know, unresolved trauma that they don't want to deal with but want me to deal with because I'm, of course, their mommy, or they're like the one that's meant to take care of them. These guys, man, they have no self-respect and they have no independent, like they think they're independent and all, like, oh, I can do whatever I want, I'm free. I don't know who put that into their head, probably their moms, because they told them they could do anything, but they literally haven't been doing anything with their life. Just like arrogant motherfuckers, you know? Arrogant, useless motherfuckers who can't actually do anything. They just talk, and all they do is have a big mouth, and all they do is talk it up, talk themselves up, gas themselves up. They have fucking nothing to offer, but they have so much to ask of you. Oh, clearly I have been holding this back because it's coming out of nowhere, even out of me. I've never said this to myself. But yeah, I've had like so many mediocre dating app experiences. Like I would say I'm pretty good in using them. Like I'm using them how they should be used. I text people, I match with people, I flirt, I get their numbers, I go out with them. Just nothing has been sparking, nothing had sparked, except in my last relationship where things just flowed, whatever, because we both made an effort. But even so, like, it's hard to meet somebody that you can actually connect with, because most people that you, I don't know, like, for example, I'm an introvert and my type is introverts. I like introverts. So what my reasoning behind going on dating apps is that introverts don't go out much and they don't meet enough people, and they're probably gonna want to try to meet people online because they're usually at home chilling, so they can just meet people from the comfort of their own home. That's kind of what I was doing, right? But then I realized after meeting these guys, like, no, they're just unemployed losers that spend all day on the dating apps trying to find somebody that will love them and be their mother and like guide them in life. They just have no goals. Like, is somebody who's chasing their career and like looking for somebody who's gonna match their level really gonna spend any time on dating apps? No, they're not. Obviously they're not. And it took me a little bit too late or too long to figure that out. Like, I was on there for years, since I was 19, because COVID started around then. No, 20. Since I was around 19, 20, COVID started, and I was just depressed, and I needed some validation from anybody. So entertained me for a good year. Oh, actually, it was only a year until I met my ex, and then after we broke up, I went back on. So I guess, it wasn't that long. I guess it was like a year and a half. But I'm off now. I'm done. I'm not religious or anything. I'm a little bit more on the spiritual side. I'm gonna just pray to the higher powers that somebody great that I want is coming my way as I work on myself to become the best version of myself. I'm gonna be exactly who I want to attract. Maybe not masculine, but I'm gonna be independent. I'm gonna be confident. I'm gonna work hard in my career. I'm gonna establish myself. I'm gonna be kind. I'm gonna be generous to my friends and family. I'm gonna plan for myself, make sure I know what I want, be very sure of myself, confident, have high self-worth. I'm gonna be that girl. And once I'm that girl, I'm sure that guy is going to appear and sweep me up and be like, this is the girl I need. This is the girl that is going to change my life and for the better. And I'm gonna change her life for the better, and we're gonna stick together and be a team for the rest of our lives. That's what I want. That is what I yearn for, ultimately. So, one of my friends asked me yesterday, she said, why do you care so much about dating, whatever, and like meeting somebody? And I actually, I kind of got offended, not gonna lie. But then I had to think about it, and I was like, no, I'm not like the type of person who's desperate to not be alone and like will date anybody to satiate my need to be with somebody and just like throw myself at anybody. But I did notice this thing that I'm like a bit of a hopeless romantic, which sounds funny because of how pessimistic I am. But I'm a hopeless romantic at heart. I want that love story. I grew up watching like a lot of romance-centered shows, as Western media does tend to do. Like, love is whatever the most valuable thing you could have in life type of narrative. And you know what? Although I know it was planted in my head, it is there, and it is like one of my major drives in life. I know it doesn't sound very healthy, but love motivates me. It really does. Like, in the end of the day, love is what drives me, and it gives me purpose, and it gives me hope. And whether that be platonic, romantic, family, even work, like, I find love in all types of areas of my life. I'm just like, I really look for love in all areas, and when I find it, I can tend to be cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. But I've recovered from my last relationship now, so I'm no longer that kind of cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. But I know the next time I meet somebody, it's gonna be a similar story. I'm just a lover girl, I guess, which, ew, it sounds so cringe. I'm not a lover girl. I'm like, I fall really hard and I love really hard. And ultimately, I want a true and long-lasting love. And I think it's so funny that I'm a hopeless romantic, because in my day-to-day life, whenever I meet guys and they like try to, I don't know, like conjure up some type of story, like you can see it in their eyes when they see you, and they like make up a love story for you already in their head, and they're like, she's my wife, she's gonna be mine, type of thing. Like, they just show it so obviously. They're like obsessed with you for the smallest reason, and you're like, you don't even know me, so I don't believe you and I don't trust you. I'm the type of person that like shoos away every single guy in my real life, which is why I had to turn to dating apps, because I just couldn't, like, I would get to know these guys in real life, like the people in my life, and I'm just like, we would never work out. I do not like your personality, and I've gotten to see some bad sides of you, and I would never trust you to be my partner. And I mean, what did I think would be different when it came to dating apps? It's just that we didn't already get to know each other. I'm a very picky and tough person to please. And the reason why this is so ironic is because I end up with like the worst guys. I don't know, like when I meet somebody I think I have a connection with, I dive in a little too deep and too fast. And then after I find out like the little bad things that I don't like about them, I try to ignore them because I don't want to like admit that I've made the wrong choice, essentially. Which is fucking stupid. I'm fucking stupid. From now on, once I'm saying this now, but I don't know if I'll actually do it, but I'm gonna leave once I find something wrong. Like the last relationship I had, I wanted to leave multiple times in the beginning, but I didn't. And it was just, well, see how that turned out. People rarely change, and if they do change, it's not for you. So, yeah. Things I wish I could tell my younger self. From now on though, first red flag, bounce. You're out of there. Doesn't matter if you already committed to them and then you said you wanted them to be your boyfriend or husband or whatever. If they fuck up, get out of there. Get out of there, girl. We're in our forgive, don't forget era. You can forgive them, but never forget. They're gonna do that shit again. One more addition to the look. I put on these earrings, but I don't know if they match the outfit. Let's see. This is the fit. It's more of a casual, loungy fit. Okay, you know what? Slay. It's giving. It matches, yeah. It's a little dressier, but like I said, these earrings work with any outfit virtually. Look. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys. That's the end of the video. I'm ready for my friend / date / hangout. This is the makeup look. Just posing. Thanks for watching. If you liked the video, make sure you like and subscribe for more like this one. They will be coming soon. Thank you guys. Bye. Have a great day.